I'm very pleased to be here tonight to prove that I am ready to be the mayor of the city of North Adams. I believe in the saying that the darkest hour is just before dawn. And before we can get to where we want to go, we need to have a mature adult conversation about where we are. The Commonwealth will probably make additional cuts to local aid during the current fiscal year, much like we saw last year. And once again, because of our 53% reliance on state aid, we will be hit harder than many communities. I bring 36 years of financial experience to this problem, and I promise transparency and fiscal integrity to you, the taxpayer, as we deal with these significant issues for many months to come. We need collaborative community efforts and ideas to transform our city. We are currently one of the poorest communities in the state, and that has to change. I stand here tonight and commit to you that under my leadership, collaboration will be encouraged and supported. Now, I want to speak to you about some of the reasons I believe a change of leadership is required. Crime in North Adams is currently cause for deep concern. Since 2003, there has been a 17% increase in felonies, and drug-related violations are up 63%. The trafficking in and use of heroin is growing. We're among the 20 top communities in the state with respect to rates of property and violent crimes. Poverty and the resulting social issues can no longer be ignored also. As many as 46% of our students in schools are classified by the state as low income. We have the 5th highest rate in the state of children 0 to 5 living in poverty, and we have the highest high school dropout rate in the county. I don't enjoy painting such a gloomy picture here tonight, but unless we deal with the reality of our situation, we will never be able to change it, and I want to change it. As I noted in the last debate, we have a lot going for us as a community, but we need to refocus, engage our community, engage our neighbors, engage in economic development opportunities, and engage in every effort that will move our city forward. Over the next hour or so, please think about where we are and where we need to go. This debate can shape your opinion, and your vote will shape our future. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Paul. I'm going to move away from my opening statement to a certain degree because Dick made some statements here that just need to be straightened out. First of all, our local aid figure is 48%. It's not 53%. You see, because when you figure this in, Dick, you have to remember that there's fixed cost and charges against the state. You're not adding that in or deducting it from the state aid figure. We're actually at 48%, and that's down from 68% almost when I first became mayor back in 1984. When you talk about crime rate in the city of North Adams, Dick, our crime rate is actually down 18% for the calendar year this year. We have not cut in our department this year, Department of Public Safety. We've added 4 firemen on this year. We've added an additional police officer. And when you talk about reported cases of child abuse and sexual abuse, those are just what it says. Those are reported cases. That's because we have one of the most efficient reporting systems out there in the state of Massachusetts. Many of the communities don't report them. We do report them, and we're proud of the efforts. We were one of the few first in the state to have a child abuse prevention center located down at Haskins School. When you talk about drug trafficking in the city, we are the lead agency for 12 of the last 13 years for the Berkshire Drug Task Force in the city of North Adams. We haven't buried our head in the sand. And when you talk about poverty and children in our city, we serve hot lunch programs to our kids in the summertime. All year round, they're getting it. We start preschoolers here at 3rd grade, when they're 3 years old, so that they will have an advantage. So they'll have a chance to succeed because they're coming out of some of our poorest homes. And we deal with those problems. We don't put it in our head in the sand. And I'm proud of what our school system's been able to do. And you know what? We're also one of the few that does not charge a fee for preschool programs in our city. You go to Beverly, Massachusetts, they charge $3,500 per child. So when you want to talk about poverty, we deal with it, and we work hard at it. And when you talk about 46% of our kids on free lunch and reduced lunch programs, that has dropped dramatically too. But you know what? We're in a recession. We're a blue-collar community. We're a city. But you know, we don't put our head in the sand, and we're dealing with those problems. So as they say, let the debate begin.